Hi, I'm Brooke Holben at Digital Media Arts at Jeff Tech, and this is my sophomore year 2017 career research report. For my career research report, I chose to pursue the career pathway of camera operator for television, video, and motion picture products. Long story short, that just means cameraman. Now, mostly you would use video production for this career pathway, but you also have to deal with audio production because most video is already a multimedia production that will have audio behind the video. Now, I could just go into film editing or video editing for movies or television or something like that, but I'm more of a hands-on worker, so I chose this as a hands-on job, and where better to do that than at a movie set, because I can't just sit down at a desk and work on a computer 24/7. I have to be able to do something else with my job, so where better to do that on a movie set with some of the best actors and or directors and key special effects people. One of those people is Frank Bono, a very well sought after Hollywood cinematographer and filmographer. He is a camera and doggy cam operator who started local in Seattle, Washington, where he went to college at. But then he moved to Hollywood, Los Angeles, where he got to meet and work with some of the best directors like Michael Bay. Some of the tasks that camera operator entails is working and cooperating with your coworkers. That means you have to be able to talk to the people you work with to make sure no one gets in the way of the camera, to make sure that all the lighting is correct, to make sure that you have the best composed and framed shots, the best angles you can possibly manage. Now that you would also have to position your cameras correctly, and that's also applying technical aspects like lighting, angles, and other special effects aspects like those. Some of the technical softwares and or hardwares that you would use, obviously you would use a camera. If it's called camera operator in the first two words, that's pretty much self-explanatory. But you would also have to use some softwares like Adobe Acrobat, Microsoft Excel, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, YouTube, and Final Cut Pro. The projected job availability for 2014 to 2024 was about 2,800 jobs. That's not a lot and not a little if you take it into perspective of how many people are actually in the United States and how big the film industry is actually growing. Some of the job income that you will get for this, that you might get, I should say, the average hourly wage that you could get is $26.48. Some of the yearly wages, however, for averagely, is $55,080. That's quite a bit. However, that does depend on your employer. Same with your education that you might need for this job. A lot of people just have on-the-job training. You need a lot of that in order to be able to really go up the ladder in the career pathway. Although, vocational school training is very useful. Sort of like what we're doing here. We have real-world experiences. We make these YouTube videos. We use the chroma key. We do things like this in order to prepare us for what we might do in the future when we get real actual jobs, paying jobs, and we have houses and mortgages and taxes and things like that. Although most of the most of the surveyed people were surveyed by the resource that I used, a website called Online Expert, had said that they got at least an associate's degree. That does depend on your employer, sort of like the job income, but it can vary. Some of the things you can get in high school, you can't really get a certification for this since it's a hands-on type of job, but you can you can take a course on Online Expert, which is called Video Production 101. It helps you understand things like lightings, technical aspects of camera operating, of film editing, and things like that, not to mention angles of your camera and of your shots. Some of the resources that I used, like I said, ONET Online is a very helpful resource because that's where I found the job availability, the income, and most of the job description. The IMDb is a very helpful website that I use to look up Frank Bono, the very well sought after Hollywood cinematographer and cameraman. I also use Screen Anarchy. Screen Anarchy to look up some of the awards that he has won in cinematography and filmography. So thank you for watching. I am Brooke Holben from Digital Media Arts at Jeff Tech, and I hope you enjoyed.